Hey Lee, welcome back to another edition of Holtcenter. I'm your host, two-time back-to-back champion, Commissioner Almighty Joel Holt. And with me this episode is my trusty partner, Chip Kumsum, a.k.a. the Gifted One. How's it going, Chip?
Not bad. How you doing?
Doing pretty good. Glad to have you back here this year. We are now in the 10th year of the HFL, and we have to now congratulate Tom Maw, a.k.a. the Mongrels, for winning his second championship in 3 years. He caught fire in the playoffs and put his 8-5 squad on AP's back and won it all. Chip, what did you grade Tom last year?
Last year I gave him an A. I liked his team. I thought it was solid. I guess we knew what we were talking about.
Yeah, you're right. I gave him an A+ too. You know what, Chip? We just had our draft, and Yahoo did us a favor this year by grading all of the drafts, which leads us to our first segment, Agree or Disagree. And with us is Marcus Boone, a.k.a. Legend of the Fall. Glad to have you here, man.
Glad to be here. How's it doing, guys?
All right, he's going to help us break down the teams. So, all right, boom. Go. You're on. So now that we actually have all the teams, Marcus, you're going to help us get through these draft grades.
That's me right there.
No, you're looking in that camera. Dang it, man.
What is your motivation, sir? Rookies.
So Marcus is going to help us get through our draft grades. And our first team up is the Show Me Your TDs. And he got a what?
He actually got a D+.
They bothered to give him a plus?
Wow, yeah, it's pretty terrible. I mean, he has the best team name, but obviously the worst team.
Well, look, if you look at his team, he had Manning and Wayne and Stevie Johnson and Cobb and Wilson and Gore and Finley and Andre Roberts, Matt Schaub. You know, Chip, what did you give? Do you agree or disagree with his grade?
I give it a D for disagree. Should have been an F.
Yeah, me too. Moving on. Who's our next team, Marcus?
Next, we have the Destroyers, and Yahoo gave him a whopping C-.
C-. Let's see. If you look at his team, what did you think about Kevin's team, Chip?
I think that Kevin's team destroyed its own draft. He's got one QB, Brandon Whedon, and absolutely nothing else. Yahoo obviously didn't know what they were talking about, giving him a C. Way too generous.
You know what?
D-.
Hey, I give him a D too.
Oh, boy, you guys
How many
are
wins did he get last
brutal.
year, by the way?
I don't even remember, but it doesn't matter.
I'll give you a hint. It was less than 2 and more than 0.
Ooh.
Wow.
That hurts.
Well.
You know what? He didn't even make his draft.
Ouch.
Ouch. Next team.
Legend of the Fall, C+.
Let's look at his team. Legend of the Fall.
Hang on, which one's Legend of the Fall again?
I think it's that guy. But you know what? Tell you what. He got a C. I'm going to give him a D.
Yeah.
Looking at the rest of his team, I mean, I'm not really that impressed. I'm sorry, Marcus. Hate to do that to you.
Clearly, you guys don't know what you're talking about, and I will be making legendary moves throughout the season.
Yeah.
Moving on to the next squad.
Let's see about that.
The next team, the Boogeyman. I cannot even
That's
say his terrible
Ronell.
name. He got a B- from Yahoo.
B-. Let's see. When you look at his squad, he actually had his receivers. Hands all right. Arian Foster and Bush. Foster's been okay. Kyle, you know what? Whatever. I'm gonna give him a C.
Yeah. I thought he had solid QBs, great running backs, very, very solid wide receivers. Actually, his team is well balanced all the way around. I think that calls for a D. What do you think?
I'm still hating.
Yeah, knowing this manager, he'll find a way to screw it up.
Nice.
Next, Cad. He was given a B- by Yahoo.
Well, looking at Diesel's team, I actually can't complain with his squad. If you look at it, he came through with LaShawn McCoy and Maurice Jones-Drew. That's actually not too bad of a pair. Stafford's his quarterback, and Alex Smith. I really can't hate on the squad. You agree or disagree?
I disagree that we can't hate. You can always hate. D.
Next team.
Next up, we have Mongrels, the last year's
Defending
champion.
champion.
He was given a B by Yahoo. What say you, fellas?
Well, B, actually, he has no running game.
At all. Ryan Matthews.
Very suspect receivers. Actually, what did he get again?
He got a B.
I'm giving him a C.
Minus.
minus. I mean,
Hate to do that to you, Tom.
Hate to do it to you, buddy.
Your 3 top players are on the same team.
Actually, I don't hate.
Good
We've never
going.
met before. But if I would have met you before, then I would have hated to do it to you, Tom.
Moving on, who's our next squad?
Next up, we have the Commission with 2 asterisks by his name. Who knows why that's there? He got a B by Yahoo.
The 2 asterisks actually stand for the 2 championships that I have won, and being that I am the back-to-back. the only back-to-back champion in the league. That's what that stands for. So when you look at the squad, I think it was a masterful job done in the draft with Jay Cutler and Manning and the running backs, Trent Richardson, Chris Johnson, and Darren Sproles. And then you get Brandon Marshall in the 3rd round. Suckers. I couldn't help but pounce on that. So what did they give me?
They gave you a B.
Do you agree or disagree with that?
I disagree with that.
I totally disagree.
Have the Chicago defense.
I give it an A+++.
You gotta have the A+. It's got the Chicago defense. I don't even need to see anything else.
Okay, and the fix is on. Next, we are going to. And next up, we have 1 week at a time. His team name is in all caps, as he likes to do. And he was given a B grade by Yahoo. What do you guys think?
I think I'm going to start with that B and lower that grade 1 week at a time. Next week will be B-, followed by C. I think you get the drift.
Ouch. I agree with that.
Moving right along.
Well,
moving on.
All right, moving right along.
To say what my players are, really?
Decimation squad.
Seriously?
Why
you
is...
guys gonna give me a rundown?
Whoa, we
of
got
my
a
players?
camera bomb. We got a camera
Can
bomb
we
in
need
here.
security to do something about the background noise?
I mean, the help is getting out of hand, guys.
Actually, he's got the strongest receiving core in the league with Calvin Johnson, Dez Bryant, Andre Johnson, and Wes Welker. I don't even know how he did that. And then he has actually with McFadden. I really can't fault him, but he has Ahmad Bradshaw is terrible. But Andy Dalton and Romo are average quarterbacks. So I mean, he actually has a pretty good squad.
Yeah, they're going to get injured 1 week.
And he'll make a lot of trades and drop his players. Again, 1 week at a time, that grade will drop.
All right, moving on.
Moving on to Decimation Squad. This is really a joke. He got a B+ by Yahoo. Guys, what do you think about his team?
I think it was a decimated draft. His QBs are Josh Freeman and Ben Roethlisberger. Yikes.
Roethlisberger is going to take a hit. He already has no line.
This is in 2006, 2007. Sorry, buddy.
Yeah.
Oh, and I beat you week 1, so clearly.
Not starting off on a good note.
Nope.
Next, we go to GI Steelmakers, given an A- by Yahoo. What do you guys think?
I think Yahoo's very generous.
GI actually comes through with the tandem quarterbacks of Wilson and RG3. I think he scooped both of them up. I think because he had a later, 9th or 10th, maybe even a late 11th pick. I can't remember. But Jordy Nelson and Golden Tate, Jordy Nelson's all right. Golden Tate, not that impressive. But you know what? He actually has a balanced team with C.J. Spiller and Ray Rice and DeMarco Murray. He's got a nice trio. He actually might be a formidable team this year. Moving on.
All right, we're going to the Creole Cajuns, given an A by Yahoo. What do you guys think about his team?
Stevie. What did he do this year?
I don't know about this guy. I mean, he's got Tom Brady and he's got Sam Bradford. So you got the best of the quarterbacks and the worst of the quarterbacks, fantasy speaking. Running backs aren't bad. Stephen Ridley.
Ouch.
Marshawn Lynch. But he did let me come hang out with him in Florida. He gets an A.
Now that we know what's all important, we'll move right along to our last, but I guess not least, gifted one. Yahoo gives him an A. Actually, one of the best grades of the draft.
To get the best grade in the draft, basically because I'm sorry to hate on him, but he drafted J.J. Watt in the 3rd round.
That was actually the 5th round.
Oh, sorry.
Which Yahoo called a value pick. I believe I have Drew Brees. And as my friend Jordan would say, it's going to be a breeze.
Actually, I think that was Vinny to be quoted. He named that team.
So Jordan stole it.
No. Oh, yeah. Well, he named his team is going to be a breeze and didn't even draft Breeze despite Jordan.
Oh, wow.
That makes sense. So, yeah, I give myself an A.
But, I mean, come on, Yahoo. Seriously?
I was in the Super Bowl last year.
Brian Hartling, Cecil Shorts, Deshaun Jackson, you have no receivers.
His wide receivers are garbage.
Again, security with the background noise.
Why is the help talking?
All right, so moving on. Everyone, please be on the lookout for these vultures. We have at least the top 3 vultures, and my number 1 vulture this year is Vinny. Show me your TDs. He has stepped up his vulture game this year. For instance, he already snatched up Kirk Cousins just on the whiff that RG3 was woozy. Jordan Hooks also has moved up. Actually, Jordan Hooks has moved down this year. I think with his meeting times have changed, that he will not be able to be as active on the waiver wire to pick up those players. Maybe he can step up his game and get back to that top vulture spot. And to round out the top vultures to look out for this year is Steve Shinneman also. So be on the lookout for him. as he will also hoard your players. So, well, folks, that's going to end this episode of Holtcenter. On behalf of Chip and Marcus, I'm Joel Holt. See you guys soon.